Hey everybody, it's me, Sean, and welcome back to Factorio. When we left off, we had just started setting up our production, our automated production for, let's see, we did the chip stuff. I guess I don't have a radar anywhere, so we're not going to be able to peek in on those things. That's something I probably ought to get going here as a radar. I guess what I need more iron for that. But anyways, take my word for it. We started our green chip production, but we are very short on iron, so that's kind of what I've worked on between episodes. I started working on the iron. I also made up some more green science in my pocket so we can finish off our advanced material processing. There should be enough green science over there for us to not have to worry about it. I killed off a little bit of our our steel production over here so we could focus more on iron production. Not quite sure. Oh my gosh. Well, no wonder we're not producing as much. I mean, this is not as relevant, but it is relevant. They're not going to produce anything if they can't get the product out of there. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy. But that's okay. It's all fixed now. So now we have boosted our iron production, which will be good for us overall because we definitely need more iron. Can I? Oh, right. No, that helps. So I'm going to go just throw some in. I also laid down a bunch of roads because I just needed to kill some time while we made up the green science out of my pocket. So laid down some roads, burned through all the stone that we had. I'm gonna put those in there. What else? Oh yeah, that's right. I wanna make a radar. We need some gun turrets. Maybe I shouldn't have burned through all that steel, but you know what? We need the green chips as well. All right, so there's our advanced material processing, which will help us out with our iron shortage. We haven't quite automated our green science yet, but I think we have all the steps we need for it. So this is always my first one, electrical energy distribution, so we can switch over to the better cables. Just like when we get to the next science level, one of the first things I'll do will be to get the even better electric things so we can switch over to those and not have to worry about all these wires going everywhere all the time. So green chips, and getting the splitters automated as well. Now that we have assembling machines, we need some green chips. Hey, just like I was just talking about. So let's grab some green chips off of here. And we still need more iron. That's not a surprise. So we'll grab some iron off of here. And we'll make up a few of these blue machines. There we go. Good. And let's see. I'm going to switch this one over to one of those. And then I'm going to run this belt down a little further here. Going to put in another power pole. There we go. And a blue assembler. You're going to make splitters, and that means one there, of course, and one there, which means an irregular power pole, but we can handle that. So you go down like that, and you come down here with the green chips, which will split off of there. So we have a splitter here. You go underneath like that, and you do not need to go underneath. There we go. I don't know why I put that splitter on that side when it belongs on that side. Oh, well, I guess one of the reasons is because we're supposed to have a belt that runs along here. This is how this should be, like that, with a splitter right there. And you really ought to be like that. That there, that like that. There we go. Very good. Okay, so now we'll have automated splitters if I can get them out of there, and I don't have any inserters. So automating inserters will be our next step. You know what? Let's do it this way. Why are you not? Oh, I see. Well, that's easy to fix. So what do you need? You need iron plates. Easy, easy, easy. I will do this. There, there, there. And then, so these were actually going to be destined for our science production. Boy, I'm really making this way more complicated than it needs to be. So we're going to move you around a little bit like this. There we go. So you're gonna head over to the green science like that, but it doesn't really leave room for this to get through. So how are we gonna do this? It still doesn't really leave the proper amount of room, does it? Boy, this is turning out to be far more complicated than it should be. You go out like this. The whole point of a bus is so you don't have to make these kind of decisions. All right, and then you split here, and you go like this. There we go. There we go. You connect up to that, and you are gonna go that. I'm gonna head over to green science eventually. Okay. Okay, mission accomplished. All that just for one splitter. But we'll have more than one eventually. You know what I have is iron, and I have these things. So let's make up some of those. And we can start making, whoops. Start making our iron plates faster. And I had steel. I know I said iron earlier, but I meant steel. And this will pretty much destroy our incoming iron, raw iron flow. But we'll be all right. And I'm gonna have to combine these, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you, I need to have you on the inside. Ah, these power poles. We'll just do it this way. There we go. All right, so that should help. Keep things flowing. Good steady supply of iron plates. So now we'll come back to down here, take advantage of our new road. And so I'm going to set the inserter production up over here, and then we'll put the green science production somewhere in here, and I will come back as we wrap that up. And we're back. So I have automated our inserter production right here. Set up our green chips to go through a little better. I am just using the wheels from over here. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Nope, looks like we're keeping up our production just fine with that being split up, so that saves us a machine. So we've got our inserters coming from over here, and all I need to do is just run the belts to here, and there we go. We have automated green chip, or green science now. So that'll help us get our electrical energy distribution set up. You know, one thing I haven't done is build lamps, so I probably want to start getting some lights down. It'd be nice if I could, I mean, I guess I should automate the lights so we can set them up in a more systematic manner. If I'm gonna have everything else like well organized, you know, having the lights well organized probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm not quite sure how I would go about. Now that's weird. Why don't I have this power pole in its spot? Oh, that's funny. So I actually tore out the power pole that belonged there when I put in this temporary power pole down here to power that. That doesn't really matter to you guys, does it? Put the light in down down here just for the convenience of it. Definitely takes a lot of lights, and the lights they don't really take a lot of power, I don't think. What do they take? 5 kilowatts. And these use 13 kilowatts, so they don't even use as much as an inserter. So they really don't use that much power. But, you know, they would. Actually, you know what? They're not really going to add up. I mean, how many inserters? If 2 lights, or no, 2.5 lights equals 1 inserter. You know what I mean? That's not really... I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 17, 18 equivalent of yellow inserters over here. And that would be about 40 lights to match up with that. So yeah, I guess I don't really need to worry about that. I do have all these extra power poles up here that are completely extraneous. I mean, there's no reason for them. So I'll probably be tearing those out before too long. Still don't have enough iron coming in, and we have too much coal going out. Do I have any mines? I do not. So I need some iron plates to make more mines. That's easy. Now we've got a good flow of iron, so let's just go ahead and make up those mines there. And now that we have gotten a lot more of our automation set up, I can focus on, I'm quite sure, I guess our next task would probably be to automate our defense production. So the production of turrets and the production of bullets. I still haven't placed our first, I'm all over the place, but I still haven't placed our first radar, which I do want to place. I like to place our radars at intersections because then it just makes them easier to keep them set up in a pattern, you know what I mean? Oh, in between recordings I set down this road over here too. So there's our first one, and I really like having radars set up, as you will see over time. But we've got that one going, which will help us explore. Let's go lay down our mines over here. And there's that, so we can, right? Yeah, this will work. Place those. Guess I want to pick that one up. I want to try to keep our belts balanced if I can. I'm sure I don't need to explain to you why that's important. Oh, you know what? We're going to be able to fit a couple more mines in there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, so now we've got additional iron coming in. Our power still seems to be holding up. I'm kind of surprised. As a matter of fact, I might actually, for once in my life, get ahead of the game and build additional power before we need it. Normally I would build the additional power after we need it. So look at that. Being proactive for once. We will put the boiler right there. I don't have any pipes, of course. Why would I? There's a few. Put that right there, and then an inserter right there, and then place our... The heck? Oh, it's such a weird spot. Oh, and I had one. I was already hauling one of those things around. Weird. Oh no, I never placed it. Huh? Interesting. Maybe I accidentally picked it up at some point. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now we've got even more power, but we are going to need to do something to deal with the biters, which are surely going to start attacking us before too long. I really haven't put a lot of effort into military, so I will set up automated bullet production, which will also be a part of our military science. So we'll start doing that stuff over here, and I'll check back in soon. And we are back. So we've gotten automation going on our bullets and our turrets for the most part. We're not quite ideal on it, unfortunately, but I think we are good enough to where we can set out on a little excursion. So if you remember from the preview, there was some stone somewhere around here. So basically we are going to go out and find that stone because our stone production that's over here is dried up, as you can see from the map here. No more stone. So we definitely need stone to be able to continue. The you know, we need it to lay down roads and many other things. Ah, gosh, I sure would like to get that electrical energy distribution before we head out, though, so I can take some power, lay down the power pylons with me, because I also made up a couple of radars that we can lay out. So let's set our next energy production here. Or I mean our next science production. We do need to start getting onto oil, but I think I want to do some of this gun stuff first. So to build our power lines, we're going to need copper, and we have plenty of copper, so no need to worry about that. Oops, I don't really need those wheels though. I need copper. Alright. And we're going to need more. Probably want to have about 40 of those. Just go up here and get it from the source. A lot faster that way. Alright. Great. Okay, so we'll have plenty of these big power pylons. And that means we won't have to use the little ones, which is obviously ridiculous. So we'll run these out here. Now, I'm not quite sure where our next radar goes, but it should be somewhere around here. One thing I really like, if you look at the mini map when I grab my radar here, it'll show you the outline of, okay, so it's going to need to go up here, huh? It's going to go like right, no, it's going to go here, up against this one. Alright, there's where it goes. So let's close that down. Now the method I use for setting up my radars does not make for perfect... Oh, wow. Did I really put my first radar along this line? Where is my first radar? I sure did. What a weird decision. But, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? This is where we're going to put the next one, too. Make sure I get it in the right spot. There we go. I am not going to lay down the road here, but I will put the shadow for it. And then I need to run a power source up to there. Line everything up nicely. Oh, so close. That's all right, though. We've got one of these guys. Just stick that right there. There we go, radar number 2. Now, I will place some roadway down here because we really... Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to be placing the power lines as well. We really want to be able to run away if we need to, because we're going to get near some biters before too long. But I don't think any of them are going to be so much of a threat that I really need to worry. And we're very fortunate... spoke too soon. I say we're very fortunate that we haven't run into any woods yet, but now we have. So let's set our getaway back up in case we need to use it. And I guess I won't make you guys watch me plow through those woods. What I will do is we'll go up and we'll, I'm thinking we'll go down and fight these biters down here because I feel like that's closer to where we're going. I think I can fight these guys without turrets. Oh boy, there's so many of them. Okay, that's not so bad. But I will use turrets eventually, and for any of you who are concerned about it, I do use turret creep, the laser turret creep when I get robots going. There's our stone. Great. So we weren't too far off. Over here I am going to set up a couple of turrets. So I was talking earlier about how I like to have my automated spots set up, and so I like to do it like that. I don't need to have all those bullets on me, so we'll do that. There we go. That way I can go 1 and 2 and get my those things set up pretty quickly. I don't have any repair things. Ah, good. I have enough to make a few of them, though. That would have been a real bummer to go all this way and not be able to repair anything. Alright, so let's get some of those cartridges out. And there we are. These guys are tough. I don't have any armor yet either, do I? These guys are devastating when you don't have armor, but we're fine. Take this guy down. Alright, and we've got our stone deposit, so that's going to mean running a very long belt. We haven't discovered train technology yet, of course, and it is a little too close for a train, but it's getting right in that range where I would want to have a train. So it's not too far off from train stuff. How's it looking radar-wise? Oh, we are kind of far enough out for a radar. And if we wanted to go down, we need to be careful because we might run into more biters if I'm not careful here. Yep, there's more biters right there. So, really? Oh no, this is good. Great. I think right there is the right spot for him. Matter of fact, I don't need to do that because I have this set up on my F5 key. I keep forgetting that. That's a little trick I learned from the subreddit just recently. So we've only got a couple of minutes left, and rather than put in another edit, we'll just work our way through we'll work our way back to connect up these roads and everything. And then oh, okay, I guess we won't connect up the roads if they're going to be that way. But what I will do is lay down power lines, because we definitely can do that. So there we are. And we'll run these power lines over here. Oh, and it looks like there's some biters right down there that we're going to have to worry about. How about for our next technology, we go ahead and do... I want to keep improving our military for now. I would like to start getting these piercing rounds going as well. You know what? Let's just get that out of the way. It's going to be a while before we can actually start manufacturing them because our iron production is just not high enough right now. But we'll be able to boost that up before too long also. So where's our road at? Right there. And unfortunately, I don't have any stone to fake out the road, the ghost for the road, but that's all right. Whoops. Nope, too far. And there it is. Okay. But we'll get the power down to there. I didn't place a radar there, but I placed the radar's ghost there, so we'll be able to place it there when we head back down that way to set up shop, which I will most certainly do in between episodes. Guess I'll just kind of place it in the middle. That's fine. All right. I like it doing it this way because then we get a nice looking map when we turn on our power. And I'm not thrilled about those little diagonals, but you know what I mean? What are you going to do? The overall grid will be X's and stuff. So, I mean, I guess I could really, you know, I might actually end up doing that. Set a pylon right at the intersection so we can get the proper lines on it instead of having all those weird diagonals in there. I mean, it only costs one pylon, so it's not that expensive. All right, so we have come to the conclusion of another episode. I hope you're still having fun and enjoying watching this as much fun as I'm having playing, and I'm really having a blast. I love Factorio. If you're having a good time, why don't you try leaving me a comment down in the comment section and let me know what you think. Thank you. Click that like button too. That's always good. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.